the idea of that. Mind you, I'm in a wind-powered thing. It's much better. Good! Excellent. That is good news. In that case, as ever, we will just wait for a few people to arrive. Hello to you. If you're already here, I can see that 6 of you are currently following. This is one of those really irritating games that when you click out of it, the sound disappears. But here is Oregon. There's a little thing over there. There's a thing. A roof. And this airfield is actually enclosed by a fence. Clearly security is an actual issue. Some very posh housing. There's a windsock thing. Some nice blue lights. But the weather is not so good, so hopefully I won't be needing to climb into the clouds. We don't want to spoil the view. That would be rubbish. Right, Twitch has just gone live, so we'll see whether anybody shows up from there. And then we will take off, if I can remember how to. This thing is easy to fly anyway. Just crank up the engines. It takes off of its own accord. I don't have to worry about it at all, so that's good. I like the blue lights. They're lovely. And I like that light thing. I don't know how big an airport Brookings actually is. I didn't really look. I just chose it because it was the absolute southernmost place. But let's get into the sky. I'm not going to bother with air traffic control. They can get lost. Let's fire it up. Run away! Yippee! And away we go. Lovely. Hello, Oregon. Some fields there and some housing, bit of traffic in the background. Lovely. Now, the first question is, which way am I going? Because the coast appears to be over there, and I need it to be, well, elsewhere, because I should be heading north. And I'm not heading north, so we're just going to turn round, although there's a big nice river here with a bridge over it. We'll fly to about maybe 2,000 feet, something like that. We can knock the engine noise down then. But yeah, let's go this way. Russell asks, what are the snacks? Samuel Newton says he's got some sweets and some Pringles. I've got a rather beautiful guy over there. Hello to the Retu81. It says, is this the real weather? It is. Is it? Because it's very windy and I really wanted a nice blue sky. So that this amazing view would be even more amazing. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Storms in Oregon. Anyway, they're from. Sort of proper airstrip, doesn't it? Excellent. And we are currently at 1,800 feet, so not much further to go. I do not want to end up in the clouds. Thanks. Let's bring it on down and just find the sweet spot where I'm still maintaining my altitude. That's not it. Go back up would be good. I want to find the point where I'm just levelling off a bit and I can put the engines down then and they're not as noisy. Right, we seem to have found the point where it actually levels, so I just need to get back up a bit. Hello to Rev Enigma, who is in Twitch. Hello to B. Jordan, who says, Oregon represent. Are you in Oregon? We might fly over your house. Right, I'm just going to get this. No, we're still coming down. It's very windy. All the things you don't want to be in. Oh, B. Jordan actually lives in Oregon. That's amazing. There's always somebody, isn't there? I'm sure I could be flying over, like, some really obscure archipelago somewhere and somebody be like, I live there! Right, look, I'm going up 1 foot at a time here. Sort of. So, that looks about right to me. Let's have a look at the old scenery. Oregon looks amazing, I have to say. Don't know which bit of Oregon you live in, but if it's by the coast, that's where we're going. There was a storm over there a moment ago, which scares me. But, yeah, here is the view from my thingy. And mountains. And that's what's behind us. It's lovely. Look at that. Glorious. Who else is here? MPJ12345 says, do you get to visit restaurants in this game? Well, I don't know, one of those things might be a restaurant. Maybe B. Jordan can give you some ideas about restaurants. He lives in the high desert. This doesn't look like desert, this is very green. Very green, and over there it's sort of blue. I would love to visit, I would absolutely love to. I mean, I really genuinely would, but it's quite expensive to get there. Yeah, let's talk about food in Oregon. What do you have? What do you grow? Do you grow anything? We've been over California's fields. I got very excited about that because of all the circles in the ground, which turned out to be irrigation, apparently. It's so windy, I'm going to have to just actually pay attention to my flying. Because I don't want to be coming down in the woods in Oregon and have B. Jordan have to come out and get me. That would be embarrassing. We've got lots and lots of lakes in Oregon, haven't we? And you grow fruit and seafood. I seafood and I eat it. What are we at? Now we are actually going up. It doesn't feel like we are, but just... There we go. Ooh, let's not be doing that. Also beef. To the, whoa! Excuse me, we're veering off here. The wind is so strong. So, this big road here, I'm right in the very south. Is there a big interstate or something that winds its way around? This is very, very, very rough. I hope you've brought your sick bags, particularly if you're intending to eat snacks. Speaking of snacks, I've got chocolate cake. From Waitrose, bit posh. I'm not going to want it. Yes! That's the problem with being in a trike as well. You are quite susceptible to the elements. It was from Waitrose, but it was half price because it was in the reduced bit. I was going round a friend's on Friday night, and we needed dessert, and I couldn't resist it. It was a very big cake. It was very, very big. Even though I only took a third of it back home, and have now eaten half of that third, it's still quite big. Oi! Oh no! Oh, we don't want to go into the clouds, we want to see stuff. No, Oregon, bad. Ooh. Are we still climbing? No, we're descending now. I'm not sure that's a good thing. For the moment, it's all woods. Let's just see if I can hit this. So there's a sort of a sweet spot where you're just climbing a foot at a time. B. Jordan gives a fascinating fact about the Oregon Code. It all belongs to the state. There is no private ownership. That is fascinating. Why is that? Fascinating facts. We might as well learn something. Does that mean it's really good for RVers and that sort of thing? Are they allowed to just go and stay there? That's right, isn't it, really, that a government should own its own land. There we go. Right, I think that's that sorted out, so we can look at the view again. We don't want to see the view because there's a bit of storm in the distance. It's so that the public can access the coast. I like it. I like it a lot. That's cool. So that's why it's so nice, because nobody's ruined it. Right, we're still climbing. Yeah, thank God for that. Right, okay. Good. Might have to go a bit higher to get over this hill in a minute, but that's not me, that's the wind. Why did I put real weather on? How bad is weather, B. Jordan, where you are? Is it stormy? Or is active Skynet getting a bit drama because it does that? It gets very drama. I'm following some power lines. I hope that we don't touch the power lines. It's very dramatic. It's a bit foggy as well. And there's a road that is going right along here. Ooh, there's a little vehicle, a little truck. Don't know what the shiny thing is. A little bit of water, maybe? I have no idea what we're going to find, if we're going to find anything. Nothing, don't know. I just thought we'd take off from the very southernmost airfield I could get and see what we find, which could be nothing. The Retu says in Finland we have something called every person's right, meaning that you can use even privately owned land for refreshment unless it's literally someone's yard. That's interesting. In Britain we're a bit kind of get off my land. Oh, this is bad. Oh no. Drat. Why is there cloud at this altitude? This is rubbish. No. We wanted to be able to see things. Now I can't see anything, so if I do get into the hill, we're in trouble. Right, I either go up to try and get out of the cloud, or get the prop. Let's go up first. I didn't know it would be foggy. Keep an eye on my altimeter here. See if we can get out of this cloud. This isn't looking good, is it? Right. I'm not sure how high I'm supposed to go into one of these. I just realised as well, I'm now heading completely off course because we're supposed to be going north. Well, this is going to went well, isn't it? Great. Great. Just what you came for, these views. Not anything yet. Oh. Well, this is a load of stuck. Good grief. No, don't go over there. Go north. Ah, aha, 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 ah. No, oh, bad, no, bad. Oh. This is so disappointing. I'm going to have to turn the stupid weather off, you know. I think I actually am going to have to turn the weather off. Let's just see if I can do that quickly. I'm very sorry. Flipping Oregon. Just give me a moment. Let me just see if I can sort it out from here rather than having to start again. Time and season. Not time and season, but it's not giving me weather options. Settings. General. No. Oh, don't want to have to start again. Can you not set the weather? That's really simple. Guys. guys. We're going to have to start again here. There was a weather option in the world part. So there was. You're absolutely right. Clear all weather. Do I want to clear all weather? Yes, I think I do. Well done for spotting that. Awesome, thank you. Good. That's more like it. And there's the coast! We're not completely lost. Yippee! There's the beachy bit that you were talking about. Mr. or Mrs. Jordan? This is lovely. Does anybody live out here? Those power lines must have to go a long way. So relaxing when you're not stuck in a load of cloud that you can't see. That looks like a river down there. Coming in, a couple of bridges going over it. We can take a closer look at this. There were lots and lots of airfields that I saw. Lots and lots. It used to be big timber country. Did they chop it all down and now there's none left? There's lots of very, very, very big roads. This scenery is from Blue Sky, I think, did this one. Because they've done the whole of the West Coast, so I just downloaded quite a lot of it. So that I could do a West Coast journey. Starting in California and going up to Washington. But part of it is also X's free demo of the Pacific Northwest, but I don't think we'll be reaching that today. Tell you what, I may have turned off the weather, but it's still quite windy. Hello, Poindexter. How are you doing? Welcome to Oregon. Let's see if I can find the old sweet spot again. There it is. Oh, no, hang on, that's a bit too much. There we go. Lovely. Very moody. Right, we're in a river valley here. That is the river thingy. The river thingy. I know it well. Follow the river thingy out a bit. So we're a bit nearer the coast. Samuel Newton asks, is there any update on Digitizer the show? Have you not seen the trailer? Yes, there is a trailer out right now on the Digitizer YouTube channel. It came out on Friday? Thursday? Friday? Right, I'm going to have some cake while I feel relatively settled here. Waitrose chocolate cake. You should all eat your in-flight snacks now. That's good. It was like a big, one of those big celebration cakes. It doesn't specifically say birthday. It had chocolate stars all over it. That looks good. It was absolutely enormous. It should have been £8, but I got it for £4. Poindexter says, I've watched so many of your videos. This is the first time I've managed to catch a stream. Yay! Welcome to you. Everybody say welcome. It says there are 17 of you watching, so there must be some of you in Twitch and you're not letting on, other than Raven Inkman. Very nice. Very nice cake. And very nice to have subscribers, obviously. Look at that. Glorious views. Glorious. Oh, look at that. The sun's shining over the river. Ah. So nice. Oh, hello, Paputin. Welcome to the Oregon coast, which we're now seeing perhaps a little bit closer up than I intended. You can see the waves coming in on the shore there. I've lost loads of subscribers. Sam's asking about my subscribers. I've lost loads. Absolutely loads. YouTube seems absolutely hell-bent on not letting me have more than 5,400. As soon as I get anywhere near that, it takes a load off me. I'm convinced it's maxing out subscribers and views on some channels, you know. Sometimes I get to 120, exactly 120 views on a video, and that's it, forever. It's very frustrating. I was talking to a friend about this the other day, actually. I don't want to whinge about YouTube, but I will. I was talking to a friend about this, and I used to do really well when YouTube was an organic thing. My subscribers and things always evolved organically, and it all made sense. If I did things, it actually affected viewing figures, and now the only thing that seems to affect viewing figures is YouTube itself. But subscriber-wise, I'm afraid I lost another 15 or so, and that just seems to be how it is for me. Meanwhile, I'm sure Logan Paul's doing very well. But anyway, moving swiftly on. There's a little vehicle down there. Got another river valley here. Are there lots of rivers in Oregon? I imagine they probably are, thinking about it. Because nothing's been built on. And everything's been left alone. And maybe there's some, I don't know, has the ground been affected by the timber industry? That kind of thing? It's created maybe more river guys. I don't know. I'll go and look this up later. I'm quite intrigued. It's very rivery. In the digitizer trailer, I'm the one with across my t-shirt. I start out in a red one, and then I think I'm a green one later on. It just depends which episode we were filming at the time. I'm second from the right on the desk. Understandably, there's three of them are blokes and one of them's Sarah. The other one is me. Right, I can actually see an airfield coming up ahead. Does anybody know which airfield that is? I could probably find out, actually. Oh, look, sorry, wrong key. Nearest airport list. Gold Beach MUN. I'm assuming that means Gold Beach Municipal Airfield. Brookings State is where we took off from. BOK. I'm sure that's BCK. Other thing I've looked at. Right, I'm now tuned into traffic, but there will not be any air traffic control because it's not big enough. This is lovely. Look at this. Wow. Got a huge outlet into the sea here. Is there a walking trail that runs through Oregon, like a famous one? This is glorious. Yep, I am in a red shirt. It's a red t-shirt with literally it's got genius or genius written across it. And I'm wearing glasses. That should give me a break because I think I'm the only woman in the show wearing glasses. Ooh, that's quite windy. Yeah, don't do that. Ugh. Thank you for your comments about my t-shirt. I'm quite proud of it as well. Spoiler, there's more than one. This is getting really, really uncomfortable. Thank goodness I'm not intending to come in for a landing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I should probably get back in the big plane if the weather's going to be this bad. It's just that you don't get quite as good a view out of the big plane. But the thing about the big plane is it flies itself, and I am currently in control of this aircraft. Because otherwise it's going completely out of control. Oh my goodness me. Do you know what? Let's land this thing and change. I don't actually need to land it to change it. I'm just role-playing. Right. Incoming. Select a runway for landing. Hopefully there is only one. Oh no, there are two. Right, I'll just choose a bit of them. Announce full stop landing. Announce position. Announce on final. Announce position.
Oscar 0 traffic. Ultralight 20 miles north 2,400. Inbound to land. Runway 12.
If I get a response to this, it's going to be terrifying. Okay, here we go then. For the first attempted landing of the afternoon. Be very afraid, because I can't get on course, so we might end up landing on the beach, on the road, in the sea, anywhere. Anywhere at all. This is absolutely terrifying. Too fast. I hope my brakes are working. I don't like it. Right, I'm now on no power. The throttle is turned down completely. It needs to be. Some trees. Don't want to land in the trees. Around the airport would be fine. It's all flat. It's good. Well, this is runway 34, and I said I was landing on 12, but there doesn't seem to be a 12. Flight simulators like that, sometimes they just don't exist. Right, here we go. There's the runway. Here's me. I can't get any slower. No, no. Can I not land on the nice blue bit? No. And get the brakes on, get the brakes on, get the brakes on. Oh. Go Jenny, go Jenny, go Jenny, get in! Look at me. Actually landed. Fantastic. Looks exactly the same as the last place. Perhaps it's got a bigger building. Wonderful. Well, there you go. Can't remember how to turn off the engine, so I'm not going to turn off my engine. Right, well, let's have a little refuel, and I will change my aircraft because it's quite difficult to fly on the Oregon coast in an air trike, it turns out. So let's get the old red Jen plane out. Hello, Shroom Girl. She says, what a landing. Absolutely. Go me. Really, go. I'm just going to have a quick look at the old map. I'm at 4. That looks like 451? Gold, yeah. Old Beach Municipal 451 at 3,200 feet. So I'm just going to quickly check the map. And I'm really sorry because I know you can't see it. But I'm going to quickly check the map. Yeah, it's all like tiny little airfields. Okay, I think I can cope with tiny little airfields. Especially in my awesomely big plane. Check me out now. Suddenly I feel a lot safer. You probably shouldn't, but I do. Right, so if I get my heading book onto there. And we go to pilot. And I put my altitude hold on for what, 3,500? Vertical speed, that. Heading, altitude, fire it up. Excuse me, Saltpeter, no, we did not crash. We just missed a fairly epic landing. Actually, I'm very proud of myself. And we're going to take off in what I believe to be a slightly safer plane, but I can't guarantee anything. Up and away! The question is, will the autopilot do what it should be doing? We'll soon find out. Oh, look at that. That's very watery. And there's a big bridge. There's a huge bridge. Does Oregon have loads and loads of bridges? Oh, thank you all for saying that my landing was awesome. I'm not going to lie, I was quite proud of that as well. But now I am in the Jenny Cessna, the JKFC. It's okay, there'll be the good parts. I'm actually not completely convinced I'm going to get over this hill. Look, I've got my map as well now. So I can put the topography on and be very afraid that I'm probably about to crash into something. There's some big rivers here. There's the coast, all looking very grey. I asked for all weather to be turned off, but the cloud is back. Now we should manage to fly over a bit quicker as well, so we might see a few more things. Isn't that lovely? Look, isn't that lovely? Let me get into your side. That's nice. Nice shiny river. Lots and lots of rivers. Anyway, I seem to be making decent altitude here, so that's good. 1,400 feet and climbing very rapidly to try and get out of this, not a mountain range, just some hills. That's great. If you missed the beginning, we took off from Brookings Airport in Oregon. And we will be flying along part of the Oregon coast because I felt like it. Hello to Animal House. Thank you for your joining me this afternoon. I hope you've got snacks. I'm going to have another bit of my cake while this plane is flying itself. I like this plane. Chocolate icing everywhere. No, lovely. Hello, Richard M48. Before? Welcome to you. Russell's found the YouTube cake icon thingies. Always good. We'll get a bit inland again and hopefully we'll be seeing the coast. Our left hand side, there's some little islands down here. Peter asks, is this a true representation of Oregon? It is, or it should be. This is the scenery downloaded from Blue Sky Scenery, who I believe use all of the proper maps and things. I can't guarantee anything. B. Jordan would be the best person to ask about that, because he lives there, which is pretty awesome. Sorry I keep changing views, I just want to make sure that we're in the right place here. It's more difficult in a plane like this to get a decent view, because obviously there's quite a lot of plane around me. But the air trike was wildly out of control, because it was really windy. When I first started, I had Active Sky Next on, and there was a big storm. So I asked it to clear all weather, but that looks pretty turbulent to me, so we apologise for the turbulence. Sick bags can be found nowhere. We don't hand out sick bags, they cost money. Get your own. We've talked about this actually in a previous stream. We talked about the fact that you should probably just save up some carrier bags from the supermarket. Lovely. You'd at least hope that all the rivers and things were right. Oh, not again. Are you kidding me? No, seriously? Right, do you know what? I'm going back to the weather to see whether there's completely clear day option. Active sky weather. Clear skies. Liar. 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 Building storms, cold fronts. Fair weather. Fair weather sounds good. Fair weather looks good as well. Brilliant. There we go. Lovely. English girls surprised by grey foggy weather. Yes! In Oregon, I at least expect to be able to see. Grey foggy weather's a British thing. This is stunning though. It does look very realistic, I have to say. It's very good. They say that most of the state doesn't look like this. What does the most of the state look like? I think we're going to have to go a bit higher, just not least because I think that some of these hills might be a little bit taller than I anticipated. So let's go up to 6,000. Probably give us a pretty good view, I would have thought. Six and a bit. 6 and a bit. Instrument panel for Animal House, who got very frustrated with his instrument panel. Why that? Even I can use the basic instrument bits in a Cessna, and that is saying something. Let's sit back in your seat and we've got a better view of everything. There we go, lovely. Have you eaten all the Pringles, Sam? You could always hand them out if you haven't. If you're new here, welcome to Flying Over Oregon. And that's about it really. Just because it looks nice. And I have a headache, so I can't play anything more involved in this. I say play, obviously I'm not playing this. This is a highly important, significant simulation. So we're also learning something about geography. West side is the valley and it's green and it has the biggest population. Was the east side like live volcanoes? Nobody talks about the east side. The east is high desert with lots of juniper and pines. That's where you live, I understand. We should do like a couch surfing thing. It is volcanic. That's exciting. Have there been any volcano eruptions in Oregon in the last 1,000 years? It does look a bit like Jurassic Park, you're right. Etc. Wind. St Helens is just across in Washington. Is it St Helens that I have? I think I have St Helens. I can't remember. St Helens is really impressive though, if I do remember rightly. Like really impressive. But I don't think we'll be getting there today. Uh-oh. Is that rain? I think I just saw some rain. Sorry, I keep having to flick around here between views. I know is very confusing for you. I'm just trying to get a decent view. I'm also trying to work out whether we're going to crash into a mountain. We're at 4,800 and I've set us for 6,500, so hopefully that'll be okay. So we'll have a look out of my window, but yeah, turbulence. Woo! A lot of people have just turned off. Probably can't take the turbulence. We're going to have to get a sick bag. One or the other. I am concerned about my general altitude. I might go up a bit further. Because presumably this is going to look pretty impressive from high altitude anyway, so let's go up to 9,000. P. Jordan was living about 300 miles away from Mount Stearns at the time, and there was volcanic dust on the cars. Yikes! That's terrifying. Almost terrifying enough to stop me eating my cake, but it didn't. Got bits of chocolate all over the plate now. Can't ignore. Man, that was good. Fridge full of them. Great. Good. Animal House asks, do you have any mods installed for this game, or is this the vanilla version? Oh my goodness. Do I have mods? Yes, all over the place. This isn't vanilla. It's chocolate. Sorry, that was about the cake. No, this isn't vanilla. Came from Blue Sky Scenery, who are doing a project, I think, to do the whole of America eventually, but at the moment I've just done the west coast of America and west side of America. So all of this should be reasonably realistic. But I also have Orb X, FTX Global, and Vector. I can have Global and Vector now, because I keep picking them up cheap. And it would be exceptionally difficult to cover the whole world for obvious reasons, but I do have quite a few other places. I have Tahiti, I've got Iceland, I've got Britain, I think I did the Netherlands, and where else? Norway. I might have Norway. Got bits of South America. Peter says, funny enough, talking about Iceland, he says, I remember when that volcano in Iceland erupted and there was dust over half of Europe. Yeah, I remember that as well. Quite a lot of people where I work got stuck because of that, because they had to ground all of the planes everywhere. It was called or something. Well, this sucks. We're not seeing very much, are we? Because once again, stupid blinking clouds are in the way. What did I say? Fair weather. Fair weather, I said. Is it you, Active Sky Next? Are you still turning yourself on? Ah, you little monster. It was still functioning when I told it not to be. Well, now we can see stuff. And it might not be quite as foggy and dramatic, but that is awesome. More rivers. Blimmin' thing. Right, so it must be rotten weather in real life in Oregon at the moment then. But there you go. You can see from my topography map, loads of river valleys, just tons of them. I'm wondering realistically how high we should go. We'll go up to 5 figures. We'll go up to 5 figures a little bit quicker. There we go. B. Jordan, who is acting as our tour guide, says that these should be the sand dunes near Florence. I don't know what they are, but they're lovely. They certainly look like sand dunes, and they look like they've got bits sticking up out of them. I don't know what the bits are. Trees? Cacti? I'm sorry about the sound, I don't know, it's clipping a bit. This does kind of put your computer to the test when you install a load of new scenery. Sand dunes go, because that's a lot of sand dunes. Animal House again asks, is there any news or updates on Digitide? Yes, the trailer. The trailer came out like 2 or 3 days ago. It's on the Digitizer 2000 channel. Audio clipping's starting to really do my head in now. I don't know why it's doing it. Urgh. There's always something, isn't there, Windows? At the moment it won't install an update. It keeps telling me the new updates are available and try and install it and it says failed. And I've tried everything and it still says failed. It's quite annoying. What altitude are we at? Plane? I can't see. From your side I can't see. Show me, where are we? We're at 8,400. We're going up to 10,000 in an attempt to avoid crashing into anything. I don't really know why I'd want to avoid crashing into things. Should I put my strobe light on for no reason whatsoever? And my heat on for no reason whatsoever, although by the sounds of things from what Mr. Jordan has been telling us, the weather in Oregon is perhaps not that nice, after all. There we go. Wow. Wow. Woo. Wow and ooh. There's a river snaking through the sand dunes. Does the game still update on Steam? I don't know. I believe so. You can certainly buy a lot of packs for it, kind of thing. It's absolutely glorious, isn't it? Wow, I love it. It's just getting the best view out. Do you get snow? I'm assuming you must get battered sometimes if you have the same seasons as everybody else. It is somewhere I've always wanted to go. It just looks glorious. Apparently it's very good for running in as well. Running around lakes and things. Does the Pacific... is it Pacific Coast Trail? I'm assuming goes through Oregon? I read a book about that once, but I don't remember anything about it. I'm assuming that it does. All of this is free, incidentally. The blue sky scenery is all free. It's big downloads, but it's worth it. My hard drives are absolutely clogged up to the point of having to uninstall some other games to be able to fit all of the scenery on, but as I say, one day I am going to do the whole west coast, so they do it by squares, it's all divided up in squares. So I started downloading a few at a time. So I did all of the coast squares and then I did all of the ones next to the coast squares so that you didn't look to one side and the scenery's changed. And then I did a bit of the inland. I'm really hoping that they might shift away from the weather. That would be cool. I can't imagine walking something like this and just being in the middle of nowhere for a long, long time, but it's all just so stunning, it's fantastic. Still climbing, what are we up to? Oh, we're nearly there. Just 500 more feet to go. And then we should speed up a bit. Crawling along at a rate of not many knots because I've had to climb. I'll probably do it, actually. If I'm really honest, I think we're ready to go any further than this. I was just really paranoid about crashing into something, but we seem to be okay. relatively low lying, but I'm quite used to flying over like the Alps and stuff. But you have to get up pretty high. Otherwise, you are toast. I think we should all go to Oregon. Can you put us up? Jenny meetup in Oregon. What are we at now? Oh, we're so nearly there. 20 metres and then... 5 figures, and you'll start to see my airspeed going up now. We should be shooting across Oregon at a literal rate of knots. Good. That's excellent. That's a very nice wide-angle shot of my cabin there, isn't it? Wow. Ooh. Is that better? Is it better doing it like that? It's pretty cool. I just like to get the window back, the shot and the wing. Oregon is God's country, but try to keep it a secret, otherwise everyone would come. I'm so sorry. Spoiler, I've just given it all away. Animal houses. I bet that Oregon doesn't have a convenient Sainsbury's local within ample parking space and a wide range of fresh fruit and vegetables. I like the way you're trying to convince yourself there that where you are is obviously better than Oregon, when it obviously isn't. We're steaming along now. There's another river valley here. That looks like very fertile ground in the middle of the sand dunes. Some buildings or something down there. It's a bit fieldy. Quite sure what we're looking at. It does look like farmers' fields and some little patches of something. Some of it looks like a golf course. Random golf courses in the middle of nowhere. Oh yeah. Woo. River armour. Sorry about that sound. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm just wondering what I can shut down to get rid of a bit of load off the thing, off the processor. But there isn't really anything, if I'm completely honest. This the River Jenny because I don't know what river it actually is. I was going to say how do they get there, but actually there is a road. You can see there's a road running alongside the river. Oh look, another river. We haven't seen many of those. I think that all these rivers are absolutely right as well. Absolutely spot on. Exactly where they should be. We look on my map here. I didn't get this wrong. Range needs to be plus, doesn't it? There we go. Loads of rivers. So we also have some airfields. As I appear to be no longer on the coast, whoops, there's one there. That's a bit far out to show me. That's frustrating. Is that the state line there? We might be heading into a really interesting bit potentially. Actually made it here surprisingly quickly. zoom out quite a lot. If you joined us late, we started down here by this line here. Right down. Come a long way, I'm quite surprised. Down here, in fact. Right down here. Not showing you the airfield, which isn't surprising. That's not the state line. Okay. It might be, there's lots of, like, air traffic control handoff sort of lines. What I'll do then is I'm going to just set the heading a little bit this way, and then hopefully we can perhaps get back to a bit more of the coast. I don't know where I'm going to be landing today, but I don't think I'm going to be landing in any dunes. I could have gone for an attempt at a landing at 45 OR, whatever 45 OR is, because we are actually kind of on a heading for that. Instead, we'll turn a little bit, I think, and admire the view. I'll just check with air traffic control. I have no messages to transmit to anybody, I'm sorry to say. That's sad. There we go. 45 OR is Benham. We also have one called Norway, which is OR 42. We've got Powers, Bandon State, Cape Blanco State, North Bend Municipal, Calvert Peak and Winkle Bar. Let's select Norway. I haven't seen any other traffic at all. I can't remember what my traffic settings are like. The problem with traffic is it really slows everything down, man, sometimes. Oh, look at that! That's just a great big windy thing. Just looks like a piece of blue ribbon somebody's dropped on the landscape. Just realised actually there's something I've got to say. Something I forgot to tell you because some people have been harassing me about it. And I have a Discord channel server thing now. For no really particularly good reason at all. But apparently quite a lot of people use it. So if you want to chat to each other outside live streams, you can use Discord. I don't know whether I can put a link to it in the chat because YouTube might chuck it out, but it's on Twitter. I've posted it to Twitter, and it's also in the description of my latest video plug, 2 Point Hospital Chaos. Please go and watch 2 Point Hospital Chaos because nobody's watching my videos anymore. Second YouTube rant of the afternoon. Oh, there would have been a time when YouTube wasn't owned by Google when my videos would have got 300 views in the first day, and now they don't even get 100. I used to get very excited when I went to bed because, you know, you could hit the 301 thing, and I'd be like, can I hit the 301 thing within the first day, and I would. And then it was, can I hit 200 within the first day, and now it's like, can I hit 100 on the first day, and the answer to that is no, I can't. So please get out your tiny violins. Oh, you've all watched it. Oh, thank you. That's good, at least. One of you, who was it who told me the other day that they watched my previous 2 Point Hospital video like 20 times or something stupid? I can't remember who it was. I think it was somebody on Twitter. Which was very nice of them. Right, what have we got down here? We've got people! Look! We've got people! There's a city! What city is that? There's the airfield that I was talking about, 45OR. It's at Benham, did we say it was called Benham? Hello people in Oregon. How are you doing? You've got a big river and a big lake. And I can see some people with swimming pools. Look. Swimming pools. How exciting. Oh, there we go. Hello airfield. Not today. But thank you for being there. Oh, they've got a big, reservoir thing as well. Wow. That goes on for ages. Look. All the way. Developments all the way around the river. Glorious. B. Jordan says I've been rewatching your older stuff. Thank you for that. That's good. Keeps the old viewing figures up. One day YouTube is going to can me. It's just a case of when. It's down there. It's like a sort of a horseshoe-shaped wood or something. Wow. And there's like an athletic stadium. Sorry, this is really poor quality because we're so high in the sky. Animal House says, perhaps your awesomeness is unappreciated by the general scum that frequents YouTube. Some of that general scum might be in the chat room with you. You're destined for greater things. Oh, if only. If only I was destined for greater things. I have got a couple of plans on greater things, but my health just keeps getting in the way. Because the thing is, what a lot of people don't realise is that when I say I make money off YouTube, that's such a misnomer. I get some money from YouTube, and obviously wonderful Patreon supporters. But it really only pays to make the channel. Really, it doesn't. It's not a job of any description whatsoever. I have a proper job, and for this to be a proper job, I would have to be earning something like 30 times what I currently do. But of course, Patreon income is ultimately just people being nice. I mean, even YouTube income, while it's all done through ads and things, it's never safe. I mean, if they decided to can it all tomorrow, which indeed they did do for a lot of people, then you would be screwed. So what you have to do is try and get yourself in a position, I suppose, where you can sell things. Maybe you can, sell merchandise and all that kind of thing. But nobody wants to buy merchandise from me, I'm sure. So. It's just one of those things. Greater things, yes, that would be good. Maybe I'll be a DJ one day, eh? Oh, bit of a plug for tomorrow night on that one. Reclaimed Radio. If you didn't know that I have a show on internet radio, you need to go to reclaimradio.com because every Monday night at 8 o'clock UK time I do a radio show of some description, and it might be rave or jungle or dance music. Tomorrow it's like early 90s house, and that's good fun. Russell says, can we have Gameplay Jenny t-shirts? I suppose we could potentially do. I had a Gameplay Jenny t-shirt made up years ago when I first thought that this might be a thing. And it wasn't very good. My logo didn't come out very well, but I can certainly look into it. I've got some Gameplay Jenny caps. If you at a quite high tier on Patreon, you have one of those, but I suppose I could start selling them full stop. Start selling hats, magnets, things separately, I suppose. But these days, there just aren't enough people interested. YouTube used to be the sort of place you could do things like that. About 5 years ago, I'd have probably made some money doing that, but I didn't do it. B. Jordan says, I first found you playing 7 Days to Die and you made it seem a much better game than it really is. Shh, don't tell anybody! Don't tell anybody, it's not that good, I like it. I haven't played it recently because it's making my eyes go funny, but I think you very much get out of 7 Days to Die what you put into it, because I always take it really seriously. So, like, if I die, I'm dead and I have to start again, which makes me take it far more seriously than you can do if you keep restarting. Carry on, rather than restarting. I have a particular way of doing things, and I played it with a friend of mine who taught me a lot. I often say that I wish I'd been recording when I first started playing 7 Days to Die, because I had no idea how much I would like it. And he was tutoring me through the first bit, and I was literally just screaming my head off because I was terrified. I have never been that scared in my life. And I just wish that I pressed the record button, because when I came to then do the series of it, obviously I knew what was coming, and it's still scary. But I've probably told this story 1,000 times, but he took me into this house and we heard the zombies get in, and he said to me, look down at the floor, and I looked down at the floor and it was cracking underneath my feet, and I just went, you didn't tell me they could do that! And it was just horrific, but anyway. Animal House says, I'm surprised that the bigger YouTubers don't get together and create an alternative to YouTube. Well, God knows people have tried, haven't they? There was Vimeo, and that died a horrible death. I thought that would probably be the alternative, but it wasn't. And somebody actually did create, back in the days when Google got hold of YouTube and Google-fied it, somebody actually did a video site that used the old YouTube template, but they obviously didn't have any infrastructure or money behind it, so that didn't work. YouTube is losing its way, and it's because of the utterly bizarre thinking behind it. I genuinely do not understand why on earth you would cut ad revenue to smaller creators. That makes no sense at all. Why would you threaten everybody and say, hey, you only make a video once in a while and therefore you are not worthy? That doesn't make sense. The algorithm's all screwed up. Somebody just thought they were being clever by putting in a list of words that immediately led to you getting no ad revenue and no views. They got rid of all the social stuff, so I used to post my videos as responses to people, which admittedly I was spamming, but it got me half my subscriber base, and you know, there are people who have been here ever since. The whole thing is just utterly and totally, it's just baffling. It genuinely is. Who knows what is going on in their heads? I do not know. This is awesome, by the way. Look at this bay. I'll live on one of the islands in the middle of this bay. This is absolutely beautiful. What a place. We seem to be coming to the edge of sand dunes, and instead we've got all these towns. Huge, huge towns and cities. Coos Bay. Is that how you pronounce it? It's absolutely glorious. So what's this big town then? There's a bridge down there. It's absolutely lovely. Wowzers. There's still quite a lot of sand dunes around. But yeah, look at that. I love it. I'm just going to sit here and watch this as well. Might have a quick something to drink here. America is so amazing geographically. It's just such a shame you've got the political situation you've currently got. I'm definitely not going to go there. I'm going to instead look at the glorious bay. I think there's an airfield. I think there's an airfield in the bay. Just there. Am I right? That looks airfield-y. Sunny Hill. I think that's Sunny Hill. It says it could be North Bend Municipal because it's very bendy. It's certainly on a bend. I'd look at the map, but then I'd have to come out with the beautiful view, and we want to look at the beautiful view. We're talking about merchandise in the chat room now. There are services where you don't actually have to produce the t-shirt and the made-up purchase. I know. The one that I had made up was made at purchase, and when they sent it to me, it was just bleh. It just wasn't very good at all. I wasn't very impressed. The magnets, though, I really like the magnets. so cheap to send to people. To be honest with you, the hats are really awesome as well. The trucker caps are great. They're beautiful. They're like, yeah, they're just really nice if you like that kind of thing. Again, years ago when I was making inquiries into all of this, pens are ridiculously expensive, mouse mats are ridiculously expensive. But there was collections of badges, like pin badges, and there was a selection of 4, and you could have one shiny one. So I was going to have one with my logo on it that says "all shiny," because that's what I used to say when I played Skyrim and stuff. And then I was going to have one about food and one that was the logo and this sort of thing. But I just fear there are not enough people around to be interested. Oh, I've missed a comment here. Damn, I think having to go back up is gonna... Sorry, just forgive me for a moment. My brother posts videos on Dailymotion and the comments are always nice. Yeah, that's French, isn't it? Is that like French YouTube? Because I started streaming there, and then I discovered that if I streamed to 3 or 4 platforms at once, the whole thing just died horribly. I believe is the next named YouTube. But YouTube is a very strange thing. It's huge, it's vast, it's bloated, it's got gazillions of people on it, and yet it's like sometimes they do really good things and you get these features and you think, yeah, this is great, and sometimes they just completely cock it up. It's like somebody's just been given it as a project, and every year they think, I should probably look like I'm doing something, and they just change everything. It's weird. It's very weird. Hello Astrogali says that's a long way up. It is. We're at 10,000 feet because I was a bit worried about crashing into some hills. Okay, look down here. Look at that. Wow. This is all lovely and rocky. It's glorious. I like it here. I like it a lot. It does feel like there's less and less to watch, but that's weird as well because there's so much stuff. I mean, the recommended videos I get now are very much down the rabbit hole of watching political comedy. So there's stacks of that. And I must admit, I'm also a bit into watching kind of alternative lifestyle type stuff as well. So people who live in RVs and alternative financial systems and that sort of thing. And people who just quit their jobs and go off and have adventures. I'm very into things like that. There's plenty of those sorts of people. But, yeah, there's not much in the way of anything seriously new, I suppose. Says she who's been doing the same thing since 2011. MPJ said Google Video is going to be big. Mark my words, I think YouTube is Google Video. Is it not? I like tiny house videos as well, like particularly like people who live in vehicles. I don't know why. But some of the suggestions are really odd. Like I'll be watching a video about, I don't know, like gaming, and it will say, watch this person who's making gazillions of pounds out of, I don't know, like commenting on abandoned warehouses or something. It is very strange. I think the problem with YouTube, if you want my considered opinion on this, is it's become a culture. There's a YouTube culture that I will never fit into. It's not me at all. I just play games and happen to be videoing them. And it seems to fit a certain demographic, a certain age group. And you have to kind of be in on it, if you know what I mean. And the people who are successful at it, with the exception of some who have a broad appeal, but the people who are sort of moderately successful seem to be people who are in some sort of mutual backslapping ring, where they all do quite similar stuff and they all tell each other how wonderful their videos are, and they have enough of an audience who believes that they're brilliant to make a living out of it, to do it properly. But there's very little with wide, broad appeal now. and the culture of YouTube doesn't encourage that at all, which I think is a terrible shame. It's not what it was. I do remember when back in the days, you know, if you produced something really amazing, you got loads of views. It didn't mean anything necessarily for you, although people like that tended to be then picked up by sponsors and production companies and, you know, people who would offer them actual work. Astrogali's right, there's also, as well as backslapping, there are backstabbing, and that's right, isn't it? That's it. That's what it is. You've got people who are saying how brilliant each other are, and it's all a very tight-knit community, and you've got to be in on it and watch everybody's and blah, blah, blah. And then you've got the people who are attacking that tight-knit community, and oh god, it's just horrific, isn't it? It's just horrific. B. Jordan asks whether clicking on ads helps me. It certainly does. You would not believe how much clicking on ads helps. I think a lot of people don't appreciate that clicking on an advert, which probably takes half a second of your time, makes my income from YouTube go from income. It's that word, isn't it? It makes me sound like I actually make money out of it. I don't. But it takes the income line in my analytics go from 25 cents up to $5, you know. So yeah, it absolutely makes a huge difference. And I try to keep adverts out of my videos, even the long ones. I don't tend to put adverts into them. And they're always at the end. You won't get adverts at the beginning, but you will get them at the end, because I think it's the least intrusive place to put them if I'm going to put them anywhere. Astrogali says, I like silly videos by people who like daft hospitals and cheese. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, this has gone a bit June-y again, isn't it? Another bay, another bay. With a huge bridge. Oof. It's so nice. I love doing this. It's just lovely. It gives me the opportunity to see places that I may never really see up close. And I know it's only a load of pixels, but it's very nice. At least you get a bit of an impression of what it's going to be like. B. Jordan said, I wouldn't mind. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, my viewing figures are now so low that I'm not sure it would make a big difference, because there was a time when I wouldn't have done that, because I want to, you know, attract people in, and I don't want them to have to watch loads of adverts, but actually I just wonder whether it matters anymore. It's a good point. It's a good point. Could put them in at the beginning. I don't like doing that though. It pisses me off when there are adverts at the beginning of things. But I suppose I could try and put them halfway through. What I wouldn't want though is for those adverts to be intrusive, like an advert break, because I think that's bad. I'd want them to just come up, you know, the little windows that come up on displays. I don't know whether I can do that or not. But in any event, yes, adverts do help. So if you genuinely do want to support me without actually giving me money, then you absolutely could click some adverts. Just take your ad blocker off. You won't get inundated, I promise. Take your ad blocker off, click some adverts. Yes, it makes a huge difference. And just watch lots of videos, basically. Gets my minutes up. Hello, Lickomatic, who says adverts are better than sponsorship. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I used to be with a network. Do you know that? Anybody who's not been watching me for very long, do you know I used to be signed up with the Mega Studios? Who parked Disney, and then Disney went, we don't want all these silly tiny little channels, what are we doing all this for? This is taking up staff time, and to get all offers, which is a shame. That definitely helps though, I have to say. They used to handle things like music disputes, and I never even found out there was a problem. It was great. But yeah, adverts should work. They should work. That was the point I was getting to. They should work. There should just be a reasonable amount of advertising, and if people's content is good enough, you're going to watch an advert. But that's not how it works. Animal House says, maybe you should increase your viewing figures by making a diss track on Ashens. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? It would come out like, Ashton's is a really nice bloke. Oh, I've already gone wrong. Never mind. As I say, this is all part of YouTube culture. YouTube now has a culture, and I think certain people go to YouTube for a certain thing, and nobody else does. And I do, because I'm on YouTube, and therefore I'm on it, and I like looking around for stuff. And sometimes I find channels I really like, but I know very well that they're not making anything, or they're just doing it because they're doing it, and they like it, and they enjoy it. And occasionally you get one that I like, a really big one that I do like. So, rightly or wrongly, I like Roman Atwood. I don't like absolutely everything he does, but I do watch him, and he's got like 14 million subscribers. I think I just like all the crazy stunt stuff. It's just interesting to see what he's got in his back garden. And I like some of the medium channels that are making a living at it. It's Lee Dumpling, which is a food channel, and Only in Japan, who produces fantastic videos. He really is very, very good indeed. But, I mean, there's also a limit to the amount of time I'm prepared to watch YouTube videos for, irrespective of how good they are. Just get back to the other side. So, as I say, I'm not part of the culture. I think there's a power station over there. I'm not part of the culture, I'm not part of, I don't live my life on social media. I've also got a lot better at not doing that recently, because being on a computer for 8 is messing me up a bit. I felt a little bit better since I stopped being on Twitter all the time, but then that means that I don't publicise myself as much. You either have to commit to it or don't. I was reading an article the other day about YouTuber burnout, which does seem to happen. In fact, somebody I follow had a bit of a meltdown a couple of days ago and said, I'm not doing this for a while. There's just something about it, it just sucks the life out of you. And it does, I'm not going to lie. It does. I used to try and do a video every day. And it takes so long to record and edit stuff, even stuff that I do where I'm barely doing anything. You just end up just spending your life on it. It's not good. Not good, but it does mean that I just don't watch a great deal. There are certain channels that I watch because I like keeping up with them, but the others, they've got my subscription, but I'm not necessarily watching them, which I suppose is part of my problem, that all these people are subscribed but they're not actually watching videos. But YouTube isn't telling people that I'm putting them out. If you've not, even if you do hit the notification bell, sometimes it's still, oh, there's a thing. If you've not, pressed the bell, you don't have notifications turned on, then it would be a terrific opportunity for you to do that. Oh, I reckon you are lovely. Astrogali says, did you see the Stupendium's awesome song about 2 Point Hospital? No, because I don't know who the Stupendium is. And I, as I say, don't actually watch that many YouTube videos, but I'll go and look it up now that I know. Oh, another little town down there. Oh, imagine living there. That's lovely. Ah, so nice. Anyway, I need to find somewhere to land. And I can see some airfields coming up. In fact, I've managed to miss. Oh no, hang on, they're way markers, they're not airfields. There's one there, I think. Oh boy, right. What's that? 6S2, it looks like. Just let my throttle down a bit. 6S2? Yeah, there it is. Florence Municipal. Due to Florence traffic, I am going to attempt. I am going to attempt a landing at Florence Municipal, I think. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, right. So, the first thing I need to do is get back into my seat. There we go. Okay. I will get the autopilot to take me down a bit. A lot. Because I don't actually need to be flying anywhere near as high as I am. Hello to Evil Zippy. Oh, you come in at an interesting time. I'm about to try and land this thing, but I think I'm going to wildly overshoot the airfield that I wanted. So what I'm going to do instead is just get back to the coast and then we will see. Yeah, I'm going to overshoot that big time. Russell has just joined my Discord. Excellent. Please do join my Discord. I've got no idea what I'm doing with it yet, but join my Discord because people keep asking me for one. So I've made one. The link is on Twitter. I tweeted it like this morning. But I'm going to try when I've finished flying to put it in the chat if I'm allowed to. Because frequently you're not allowed to. And you can all chat with each other. That would make me happy. I've frequently wanted a platform where anybody who subscribes to me can chat with each other, and I've never really found one because Steam chat doesn't really do it, and there hasn't really ever been anywhere else. I just want to see whether there's another airfield if I badly overshoot this one, and I don't think that there is. Oh well, you know me, I'll land anywhere. Okay, right, this is going to get ugly. Hello, Oregon. I may be crashing in you shortly. We do probably need to come down just a little bit quicker than that, please. Yeah, it would be nice for people to just leave each other messages in Discord, I suppose. Could even do a sort of chat thing for Patreon supporters, maybe. Baseball ground there, but it blatantly isn't. Fascinating. Anyway, I think I'm going to badly overshoot, Florence. I might have to do a go around. I'm just coming in way too quick. Right, I've taken my throttle very down. I'm still at nearly 8,000 feet, so I'm not going to make this. It's okay though, I can just switch to the truck and land anywhere I want. God, I'd love to live somewhere like this. Glorious. Astrogali says, I bought that soccer role-playing game where you can poison and stun your opponents. Only in Japan? Oh, look, irrigation circle! Yay! Food! What do you think they are? What do you think they are? What do you think they are? Cabbages? Beans? Food! Lots and lots and lots and lots of food! Wonder whose farm that is. Genuine farm. Wonder whose it is. How exciting. Anyway, sorry, landing, yes. No, it's not going to happen. We are going to overshoot this horrifically unless I take some drastic action, which I don't really dare do. But what I could do is cheat. I'm gonna cheat. Excuse me just a moment. I'm very into cheating. I always cheat at the end of these streams. While I'm switching aircraft. Animal House says, what's your favourite Elder Scrolls game? Morrowind. Morrowind by a country mile. Right, here we go, guys. Hold on to your stomachs. Oh, there's the airfield. No! Hello, Lee. It says it's the first time I've caught a live stream. You might not come back. That's the airfield that I was supposed to be landing at. Yeah, that's not going to happen, is it? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But what a view. You see, this is the thing. Look at the view that we get from the trike. It's awesome! Right, I am coming down hard here. I can't do this. I'm going to have to get down to a reasonable altitude and then go out. But yeah, will it let me crash? It will. Not like massively. You don't get exciting explosions or anything anymore because of 9/11. But yes, you can absolutely crash. What you can't do is eject. So. But I'm absolutely going to come down a bit closer over this amazing, spectacular view. This is fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong, I crash in pretty much every stream ever. I don't really need to be encouraged to crash. It always happens. Look at that. There's more irrigation circles. I do like a good irrigation circle. We saw those in California and they were amazing. Right, what am I down to? Don't know what town this is. I'm going to apologise in advance. I might be landing in cabbages. Look, rows and rows and rows of them directly underneath. Am I about to reenact the Hudson River crash? That wasn't really my intention. You look at the pretty farms and I'll take care of the aircraft bits. This is thoroughly lovely, I have to say, Oregon. I like it. I like it a lot. I suppose I could land in the middle of one of the irrigation circles. Incoming! Right, I have no power. I don't know what town in Oregon this is, but we're going to get up close and personal. Hello, Loki! We're just about to see something quite horrific here. Okay, right, I can't actually get any slower than this. I'm now entirely at the mercy of that wind that you can hear. Will it let me land in the middle of an irrigation circle? We're about to find out. I hope you've put your seatbelts on. Irrigation circles don't look too good close up, do they? Incoming! Whoa! Yeah! Woohoo! Go me! Brilliant! That's good. Should we have a little look round while we're here? I have once again managed to protect your snacks. Happy now? Oregon up close. So, get up in the air a bit and have a look. Hello people, hi, just checking out your homes if that's okay. They're very nice. A sunny day today. I think these roads are all genuine as well, you know. It's pretty impressive. Do you think that a vehicle will crash into me? I think the vehicle's just scenery before everybody gets excited. Yeah, I needed like a Jenny Air fanfare, don't I? That is very true. Some sort of something. What I could do, right, is do some donuts on the irrigation circles. Check me out doing this again. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, I can hear traffic. There's traffic. How exciting. That's air traffic. I can see some real traffic as well. little blue car. Volkswagen Ludo. I think it actually genuinely is one. You see this vehicle, it's kind of... It's quite handy, isn't it? You can fly in the air and then you can join the highway. It's brilliant. If you get sick of the highway, you can go in the air again. Here we go. Right, road trip. Hello. Woo. Like a red piece of cheese. It's a close-up of the Oregon forests here. I'm actually quite surprised that the scenery is such that we have a real road. Oh, I mean wrong side. I'm British. I get to drive on the left. Astrogali says he's looking forward to the Oregon DLC coming out soon for American Truck Simulator. I did a little jump there. Is there some Oregon DLC for American Truck Simulator? I may have to check that out. Actually, I don't know whether I have American Truck Simulator. I've got Euro Truck Simulator, obviously. Hey, excuse me, Mr. Fan. Where do you think you're going? You better hope my performance in this is better than my performance in MotoGP, that's what happens there. I should pick up some fares. Come back, Mr. Van. Hello. Goodbye. Ooh, it's getting a bit out of control now. This is brilliant. If I can drive as fast as cars, then in real life you just get your airstrike. There we go. Hello, Mr. Green Car. Hello, Mr. White Car. I'm winning. This is like Chase HQ. It's brilliant. The reason the traffic isn't driving on the right side of the road incidentally is because obviously the traffic isn't perhaps placed quite where it should be, because you're supposed to be, that's a lake, because you're supposed to be up in the sky where you can't be seen. Look at me going over the lake. That's brilliant. I think I've just invented something there. Flying cars, or rather a trike that also acts as a car so you can fly over the lakes. Why would you not want this? We're in lake country now. There's still some sand dunes, aren't there? Going up. But probably not up enough. Glorious. Very watery. I did do a bus simulator. It was school bus simulator. That went quite badly wrong. Ligomatic asks why there's no hovercraft simulator. That's true. Do you know, actually, out of all the simulators in the whole world, I've never seen a hovercraft one. You're right. You're absolutely right. Shroomgal was away from the computer for a few minutes and came back to be driving a plane down the highway. He says that seems normal for me. Well, yes, quite. He seems to be leaving civilization behind now and heading back into some more dunes. A very big dune over there, look. It's a huge dune. Right, the question is, of course I don't really have the answer on this particular vehicle. The question is whether there is anywhere else to land around here. I suspect there isn't. Shall I attempt a beach landing and then I'll end it because I've already been on about 3/4 of an hour longer than I should have been. I should say thank you for joining me today. We discussed earlier how you can support the channel, and if you want to support the channel you can click ads, you can like it, you can share it, you can retweet things. You can have a Twibbon. I know Twibbons are not in anymore, but you could still have one if you want. You can obviously go on Patreon, but if you do not want to spend money, and let's face it, why would you want to spend money on this? You can do things that don't cost you any money. You can like things on Steam, that helps because I get a bit of exposure out of that. So people go to community hubs and look at videos. They see my videos, which is good. But merchandise, I fear, might be a step too far these days. Maybe when I was getting 10,000 views a week. 10,000 views a week! I used to get... Don't even get me going! I'm now lucky if I get 10,000 views in a month. I say lucky, I don't even get anywhere near that anymore. But I don't really know why when I attempt amazing things like landing on here. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, I really hope one of those trees doesn't get in my way. But it might. Oh, 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 oh. Go up the hill. I haven't got enough power to go up the hill. I'm going backwards. No, don't go backwards. Please don't go backwards. Go forwards. Forwards. Oh no. I'm stuck on a hill. Like totally stuck on a... It was only right, really, wasn't it? Go! Go that way! No, that... Go! Yes! We want a view of the coast before I finish, do we not? Here we go. Road tripping through Oregon. Except now there's no road. And I'm in a plane. Oh, that looks like a nice place to stop down there. Look, that looks like it used to be an airfield. There are bits of dirt coming up. There are bits of dirt. As I go to my airfield that I made myself. Oh, it's a roller coaster now. Oh boy. Okay. Oh no, that's a tree. No, no. Hard. No, left. Hard left. Oh no. Around here. It was around here somewhere. Ooh. It was around. No. 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 Oh, there we go. Okay. There. 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 You've sort of got a view of the coast. Stop complaining. Right. Oh, it's moving anyway. I'm not doing anything now. It's just decided to move of its own accord. Well, good. I'll let it do that. And I will once again thank you all for joining me. And there's your stinking crash. You got what you wanted in the end, didn't you? All right. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Flight Simulator is now reloading itself, but I am going to say